Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and get your weekly energy. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well. Hope that you guys had a good weekend. I hope that you're ready for the week ahead. But Spirit, what is the strongest energy here today for my Virgos? What do they need to know for the upcoming week? For my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Alright, can I get a card for now and a card for going forward? What does Virgo need to know? Strongest energy here, Spirit. Okay. And going forward? Oh, look at this. And the lion at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Okay, so you got a number 16 with the lion, okay, which could be significant, or 61. It does boil down to a 7. This is really giving me this energy of somebody really standing up for themselves here, or being very determined to do something here this week, okay? Now, the lion says, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Now, some of you could have Leo heavily aspected in your chart. But what I'm seeing here, Virgos, on the table, without even going in and reading the cards here, your first card coming out is transformation, and it's a number 32, which could be significant, or 23, but it boils down to a 5, and it does talk about changes. And then I also see this going forward is a number 4, okay? But it's the birth card. Now, yes, if we could do the obvious, right, and say, oh, you know, maybe there's something here about a baby this week. You know, some of you may be conceiving this week. Some of you may be giving birth this week. Some of you may be finding out you're pregnant this week. But I feel like there's something a lot bigger here, okay, especially with the transformation coming out first. This is giving that energy. If you look at the image, it talks about breaking chains, okay, breaking certain cycles, breaking certain patterns. And what Spirit is saying, for those of you with that lion energy at the bottom of the deck, those of you who find that inner strength to do this, is bringing in some sort of new beginning. A rebirth is what more the birth card is giving me. An energy of endings and new beginnings. This energy of, like it says, the death card talks about transformation and metamorphosis. So this is good. Now, I feel like with this change with the number 4, okay, now, I am getting another image. Some of you, very quickly, you know, you could be making some sort of changes in your home and things like that. Some of you, there may even be a change in your relationship status. But I feel like with the number 4, I feel like this change and transformation is going to bring in some sort of stability, some sort of security here, okay, for some of you. So let us see. Transformation. Let us find it. Give me a second. Let me find the cards. Okay, so transformation, which is interesting, okay, for me, is on page 70. And I just said that the lion card kind of boils down to a 7, okay? So needing to have that inner strength this week, needing to believe in yourself and have confidence, okay? Now, transformation, it says... Now, for those of you that want to skip through the reading part, okay, feel free to do that. But it says, this is a time in your life that can be truly amazing. Just like a caterpillar transforming into a beautiful butterfly, you must trust your instincts more and step out of your comfort zone. Even though it may be challenging, the changes you make will be well worth it. And a brand new lease on your life could be yours. This card indicates a time to move forward and not look back. It is also a time to be assertive and daring and go for what you want. Now, it does kind of break it down for you, okay? So if this is for you about relationships, whether it's personal relationships or whether it's more like platonic relationships here, it says, it is a time to let go of anything negative or toxic. A commitment or celebration is close by, and you will be attracting people like magnets. Excitement and plenty of action surrounds you. Like-minded people will come into your life, which will be totally amazing. It says the drought. It says the drought may be over for those looking for love or romance. So again, this could be a new relationship, okay? That maybe leads to something more. Maybe you end up having a family with somebody here for some of you. It says, while the potential for marriage is extremely high, it says, ooh la la. Now, that reminds me of someone. This is going back a couple years, though. When I used to go on this site and watch, like, their lives, like, they just used to be live. And I used to just watch some of them. And I remember this guy's name used to be Raven, which is interesting again for me, okay? So this is why it's important to pay attention to signs and synchronicities. And his name was Raven. And when I think of the ravens, I think of the birds, which is one of the birds that I work with. And I always say that the ravens, well, I like to call them the three-eyed ravens, okay? Where I know that they can represent the past, the present, and the future. So it says when it comes to career and money, it says you may get a promotion, change jobs, or start a new career or business. It says fresh goals are about to be released and friendships formed. So get out and about so you can meet new friends and make new connections. It is a brilliant time for networking. Traveling to new destinations you may see some great businesses or money opportunities open up. The time is right for real estate buying or selling, and a flutter on the horses could go well as long as you do your homework. Now it says Sharina's power tip. Orange, gold, and yellow colors seem to bring you the best luck. Write out some wishes on a paper and keep them in a gold box in the far left area when looking inside your room. So let us move on to the birth card. Now the birth card was on page 14, okay? And 14 or 41, it boils down to a 5. So you see, it's still emphasizing on this change that is happening. So it says, this card, which represents new possibilities and opportunities for transformation, is a chance to start over as you enter a new phase in your life. It can symbolize the birth of a child, a new idea or project, even a new you. Reinventing yourself with fresh attitude, new hobbies, or even new diet will be positive. In fact, anything you start is likely to be successful now. As the universal energy sweeps through, a different journey in your life is about to start. So again, when it comes to personal relationships or platonic ones, it says a brand new love affair could start soon, or new family members could arrive through births or marriages. Your personal life is growing and expanding, but there will be many personal responsibilities you will need to take care of as a result. This card also offers reassurance for those struggling with relationships, self-doubt, or fertility issues, as personal upheavals are being let go of or solved. When it comes to your career and your money, it says this card can be a card of creation. The start of a fresh business is likely, new jobs are exciting, and it can be a time of action career-wise. The opportunities are now in your hands. The timing for fresh projects is perfect as they can be given your full attention. Listen to what your heart is telling you and which direction you are being drawn to. You know your true passion in life, and by listening and acting on your instincts, you can plant the seeds for a positive new chapter in your life. It is time to kick those major goals. Be proud of what you are and what you will achieve. Now, Sharina's power tip, it says the pineapple is the universal sign of hospitality and friendship. Place a pineapple or its symbol or picture in the home to welcome transformation and experience pure joy and bliss. So I like the energy so far. But guys, you have to remember, right? It's all good and well sitting behind the camera and saying, yes, this is good energy, this is my energy, I claim it, blah, blah. You claim it, yeah. But then you have to put the action behind it. So show me more. What else does my Virgos need to know for this week? Can I get a card for now and a card for going forward? Look at that number 10. The journey. New beginnings. Some of you could be traveling overseas. Maybe some of you are like going on a cruise or something. Some of you could just be, oh, well, it depends where you are in the world, right? But some of you definitely could be spending a lot of time by the water, especially with the weather being really nice at this time. It is in the UK. I don't know about where you guys are in the world. And look at the new beginning, number 1. Now, it does say main male. I could be speaking to feminines as well. Show me more. I see somebody becoming a dad for the first time. Congratulations to you. I feel like this child is going to mean a hell of a lot to you. Well, you know, it's your first child, and of course people love their children. Anyway, I'm hearing the song. It's like I can see a man looking down at a baby, and I can hear the song, I got the whole world in my hands. So your children mean a lot to you, or your child does. Well, they will. And going forward. Thank you. I see the bouquet at the bottom of the deck, number 9. And the bouquet to me can talk about almost like the 9 of Cups energy, where it talks about pleasantness, gifts. It talks about charming. It talks about joy, happiness, and flattery. Someone could be receiving some flowers this week and more flowers. So we got the lily here, okay, number 30, which could be significant. But for me, I would just take away the 3 and get the 3 of Wands energy here. And the 3 of Wands does talk about, I almost heard following that vision, right? The 3 of Wands talks about seeing the bigger picture, but it does talk about moving forward. Some of you, there's been something that you have been waiting for, or maybe spirit has been waiting for you to change something here. But this also talks about old age, maturity, being at peace, wisdom, knowledge, virtue. Going forward, you have the garden, which is a number 2. Well, it's number 20, but it's number 2 for me. And again, what I was saying, just when I was saying a little while ago, you know, it's all good and well claiming the energy, but you have to make choices. You have to put the action behind it, right? The changes are there for you. The opportunities are there for you. But Spirit is not going to give them to you if they feel like you're not ready. You have to show them that you're ready. You have to show them that you're in a position where you can take on a little bit more. And when I say take on a little bit more, maybe a little bit more responsibility. Because if this abundance is about money, right? With more money comes more responsibilities, right? And things like that. Or with a new relationship or a new baby, that's still more responsibilities. The garden, it talks about public, networking, group, audience, fame, and outdoors. So it kind of covers a lot of what both of these cards were saying. Maybe some of you are getting back out there more, socializing more. Maybe you're going to be meeting like-minded people here, right? For some of you, if you have something online, there may be something expanding. Something's going to start going well for you. Maybe you have been thinking about starting something. Spirit is saying this is a good time. Some of you, something could lead to fame. It's kind of making me think of the Star card. but a lot of healing. So what is this for my Virgos? Give me 3 cards for transformation, journey, and the lily. I don't know, I'm hearing lily of the valleys. Look at the card coming out. Temperance, peace, balance, harmony. And look, isn't this woman sitting by a lake? I'm also hearing something about a water fountain. Show me more. You have the moon. So you got Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces energy here. And then coming in the reverse, okay. It's the Death card in the reverse. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Now, the Death card in the reverse can talk about someone who may be resisting change. Give me 3 cards going forward. Knight of Wands turning over. What is the weekly energy for Virgo? Coming out sideways is a blockage, yeah. This could be like, you know, a little gentle warning or push for someone here. Because the Wheel of Fortune is coming out sideways. I told you, Spirit wants to bring something in for somebody. But this will say to me, hey, listen, there's a delay. We move when you move. See a Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And landing on the moon is the Hermit, Virgo. I just heard dun dun dun. All right. Now I do notice in this deck, right, the Hermit is outside, right? And it looks like he, she, whatever, right? The energy is on a path. And it looks like it's walking towards the light. And look at the bottom of the deck. You've got, look at the bottom of the deck. Listen to your intuition, someone here. It's almost like I want to say, please. You got the 9 of Pentacles. You got the High Priestess with the Star and the 10 of Pentacles. It's like trying to lead you to your legacy, your destiny, to get you on the right path. And it brings me back to that image, which I have been thinking about lately to watch again for some reason, the Vikings. But it brings me back to that energy of Rollo. Right? Look where Rollo was. I mean, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Look how Rollo's life was. He felt like, you know, he was always living in the shadow of Ragnar. Right? But he was always praising Ragnar. It was always Ragnar this, always Ragnar that. But you see, Rollo was too focused on Ragnar's path. He was too focused on wanting to be like him, when he should have been more focused on his own life. Because look how he ended up, and look how Ragnar ended up, to be honest. You know, Rollo ended up being some sort of a prince of France or something, right? Married to the king's daughter. And he had so many other things, you know, that he was in control of at the end. But Spirit, show me what this is about. And the point of me bringing up Rollo was when Rollo went to see the seer said to him, if you only knew what the gods had in store for you, you would go down to the beach and dance naked. And Rollo was looking at him like, what are you talking about? Like, Rollo at the time was in a place where, to me, it looked like depression, you know, and he was using things like drugs and alcohol, and he was even like raping women and things like that, which looked like to be a kind of a normal thing back then. But hey, I'm just saying where his mind was at. But show me what this is. What is temperance? feel like somebody's thinking about their life a little bit later on. Or someone could already be at an age where, I almost want to use the term middle-aged. But someone could just be, thinking about when they get older. Maybe someone here is thinking about, I don't want to be alone when I'm older. Maybe someone's thinking about, I don't necessarily feel like I want to be where I am as I'm getting older. I don't want this to be my last bus stop. Then Spirit is saying, then what are you going to do about it? Coming out sideways, 3 of Pentacles. Show me more. Now, this 3 of Pentacles can talk about teamwork. It's an energy of learning, studying, right? It talks about maybe you thinking about committing to something. Maybe it has to do with work and career. But what goals do you have for yourself? Looks like it's coming in the reverse. Damn, the Empress in the reverse. Whew. Okay. And there's a Temperance at the bottom of this deck as well. With the 2 of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Someone's got to stand in their truth or speak their truth here. But the Empress in the reverse, Libra energy here, and Taurus. It talks about someone who may be insecure or feeling insecure. Usually I see the Empress in the reverse as someone who has a lack of confidence, a lack of growth. It can talk about someone who may be overbearing, and she's even giving me an energy of codependency. This is disharmony. I don't know if someone is dealing with a mother figure or maybe someone they have a child with. But this is giving me an energy of not being fruitful. Why is this Empress in the reverse? It's an energy of negligence. What was that? The Ace of Coins. This could be someone who's very materialistic. What's this Empress in the reverse? Or this is some of you that is, you're just not, I guess you're not, when it comes to your career and those ideas that you have, you're not in your full potential. Or what's the Empress in the reverse? Too many cards. Wow, look what tried to come out. The Emperor in the upright. Wow, with the 3 of Swords and the Fool card. Somebody wants to walk away from someone. They want to take a leap of faith. They feel like they have a calling somewhere else. You do. But I don't know if it would be difficult for you to leave something behind, or maybe something has to do with finances, with that 4 of Pentacles showing itself, or someone has somebody attached to them that is almost like, I feel like I want to say refusing to let them go. But Empress in the reverse. Came out 4 of Pentacles. Why is the 4 of Pentacles showing its face, Spirit? This can talk about someone who may be very possessive over another person. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? There could be something here. Someone could have childhood mother issues. With the 4 of Pentacles and the Empress in the reverse. You have... kind of looks more in the reverse. It's the 5 of Cups. And this talks about moving forward, moving on, accepting something and letting it go. Not letting it hold you back anymore. This is an energy of rejoining the world. Coming out of that energy of sorrow, depression, hiding away. This is someone who now needs to let life stop passing them by. What's this moon? Because I'm looking at this moon, right? And I can see a lot of people on the cards. Like 2 children, 3 adults. I see a dog. But this moon is giving me an energy of someone here could be around a lot of people. And maybe they put on a brave face. But it feels like deep down, yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that someone hides. It's reminding me, of a song that Queen Naija has. I don't know the exact title of this song, but I remember the words where she says, I got too much to say. And then she says, I got too much I hide. So what is this moon? King of Pentacles again? What is the moon? Why is the moon here for my Virgos? You have a Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Have the Wheel of Fortune. And what's this Queen of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune? I don't know if this is the Empress in the reverse energy. Who's this Queen of Cups? What was that? Ace of Pentacles again. Now for my feminines, you need to listen to your intuition. I don't know if you've been having dreams. I don't know if you are, you know, a psychic, or you're just an empath or something like that, or you just have some sort of a gut feeling. Show me more. Ooh. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords talks about a liar, a cheater. It talks about an energy of trickery. So I don't know if this is an energy where this is what someone has to forgive and let it go, right? Because that, it's like, it's like the way I'm seeing this Seven of Swords on the table, right? The cards are like this on the table. Right, we have the Queen of Cups here. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Then you have the Seven of Swords on the top. But you see what the Seven of Swords is doing? Even though this person is running this way, right, with 5 swords in his hand, his head is still looking back at this Wheel of Fortune. Almost like he knows something. I'm supposed to be going this way. But that 5 of Swords that he's carrying, right? And if we had to describe the 5 of Swords on its own, it would talk about someone who would do anything, say anything, right, to get the outcome that they want. It can talk about someone who is maybe masquerading their, you know, it's an energy of somebody who's not being honest, not being upfront. I don't know if someone here is being bullied in a situation, or there is some sort of energy of, how would you say it, like somebody being threatened about something. But these 2 swords in the floor, 2 of Swords can talk about being at a crossroads, being at a stalemate, somebody who is avoiding something that they really need to face head on, right? And I feel like someone's conscience is playing on them, because it kind of feels like this person, even though, yeah, they may be putting on a facade and maybe dealing with a situation and, like I said, acting as if everything is okay, but deep down, this is someone who knows. They keep reflecting back to this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm in this situation. Okay, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But why do I keep being pulled back to another direction? Why do I keep thinking about something? It's because Spirit is trying to tell you, hey, you're supposed to be going that way. So what is this Death in the reverse? Landing on the 7 of Swords is a Tower. You don't change something, the Tower's going to come in. If it ain't already here. Something could happen this week. The Tower talks about chaos. And I'm noticing that the Tower is the same number as the Lion. Tower talks about destruction. Tower talks about someone here is holding on to something where the cracks are showing. I'm hearing for all to see for some of you. And again, where I was talking about, I don't know if someone is in a situation where it could be maybe, you know, abusive. And again, abuse doesn't just come in one form. I don't know if there is violence here. This could talk about somebody worried about, hey, if I make this change, I'm going to be bankrupt. Then I'm hearing, ye has little faith. If you're staying in a situation because of finances and things like that, Spirit's going to come and just crash it down anyway. So you still would have been wasting time. Why is this Tower here? Yeah, the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Now, the 9 of Wands would say to me that someone would find the inner strength. This talks about resilience and perseverance. Okay, and then this talks about, okay, you know what, something's really hard and maybe difficult to get through. But guess what? The Lion. I'm going to do it anyway. God got me. My ancestors got me. My angels got me. My like-minded or friends and supportive family has got me. but I got to get out of whatever this is because it's not serving you. What's this Tower with the Death in the reverse? I'm looking at this Tower. I'm noticing that there's a crown on top of this Tower that is falling off. It kind of makes me feel like Spirit wants somebody, hey, listen, to get out of that situation, rebuild and straighten that crown. You have the Eight of Swords. This is a mental prison. Anxiety. But this is an energy of an illusion. Why is somebody feeling hopeless? Powerless in a situation. What is this Death reverse? Coming out sideways. Can talk about a blockage. Now, it's twice you have the Knight of Wands out here. What is it landing on? The Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know if this is about somebody kind of because the Knight of Wands is a very lustful energy to me. Right, what I'm picking up here today. Yes, it can represent other things. Unless this is about somebody being fearless. Give me one on the Knight of Wands. Heavy Sag energy. Scorpio, Aries. Give me one on this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Cups. You see, the Knight of Wands, okay, I feel like this is about somebody maybe being rebellious. The Knight of Wands is someone who is confident, self-assured. The Knight of Wands sometimes will give you that energy of, I don't care what people think, I'm going to do what I want to do. And then the Knight of Cups comes out. So is this about somebody following their heart? The Knight of Cups talks about a proposal, an offer. There's the missed opportunity. What's the Knight of Wands here? Knight of Wands is about being brave. Do I take these? This Knight of Wands, you know, he's looking out the window. Someone could, I don't know, write. I notice he's got lots of pieces of paper on the floor. So anyway, you have the Two of Pentacles and you have the Temperance coming out again. I feel like someone's been getting a lot of repeated messages. But the Two of Pentacles is an energy of balancing, and I really just feel like it's giving me an energy of somebody who is not knowing what to do. The Two of Pentacles sometimes give me this energy of, should I stay or should I go? And I'm looking at the infinity sign around the two coins, and it's almost like somebody trying to think of some sort of a solution. But again, this Eight of Swords, an energy of feeling trapped. How do I get out of this situation that I feel stuck in? Give me one more. Someone may have impregnated someone that they maybe really didn't want to. Well, I'm hearing spirit. I'm hearing spirit say, when you know better, you do better. It came out again. Knight of Cups. Now, for some of Virgos, there may be someone here who wants to make some sort of peace with you. But I really feel like somebody's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what's this Wheel of Fortune? In this Wheel of Fortune, you see a little girl sitting right in front of this clock, like it's all lit up. And it's making me feel like something was, you know, fated and destined since someone was a child, or maybe a child is fate and destiny just waiting to be born. She's just sitting there looking at that light, right? And you got the birth card out here. Show me what the Wheel of Fortune is. Yeah, Two of Cups with the Four of Wands and the King of Cups. Oh my goodness. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. Oh, Spirit. But this is all, I feel like, unseen to someone here. The Moon card and the World. Or somebody's got to put that fear behind them to have this new beginning. Spirit, what's the Wheel of Fortune? What is the weekly energy for my Virgos? Oh my goodness. Ace of Cups. This is new beginnings, new relationships, new romance. This is self-love. This is also an energy, like I said, with the Ace of Cups can talk about fertility, contraception, yeah, and pregnancy, but it can also talk about an energy of being very fertile with whatever your career is, your business, whatever those ideas you've been holding back on. And for some of you, maybe where you have a business or something like that already, right? Maybe this is the time to put a little bit more effort into it. What's the Ace of Cups? I'm glad that stayed in the deck. The Ace of Cups is a King of Swords. And then you have the Nine of Wands. What's this King of Swords energy? This is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. But I sometimes heavily see the King of Swords as Archangel Michael. Give me one on that King of Swords. Could just be about somebody standing in their truth, right? King of Swords, Queen of Swords, not afraid to cut people, places, and things off, right? That is like, how many times have I said, you know, that is not serving you. This is strength with the King of Swords. This is using your discernment. This is making clear decisions for yourself. Nine of Wands. Moving on. Very fitting. I've always described it as 8 wands behind him, 1 wand in his hand. 8 of Wands moving forward. And I've always said, what's the 8 of Wands when you move forward? It's so that things can gain momentum, so that things can pick up speed. 1 wand in his hand is the Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Passionate new beginnings. But give me one on that King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. Landed on the Wheel of Fortune. So not only do you have the Ace of Cups over here, but you have the Ace of Pentacles. So new beginnings in love, new beginnings in finances. This talks about maybe a new business you starting. This also gives me some sort of energy of someone being able to save and put money away. But this is stability. And what did I say when I said that someone here may be worried about their financial status? I can't walk away from this situation. I'll be bankrupt. Spirit says, no, you won't. I'll provide for you. This is a gift from the universe. Man, it really looks like someone's in some sort of a toxic situation. A toxic connection. I'm hearing trauma bond. Again, it could be something very materialistic. Again, this can talk about abuse and someone's mental health and things like that. 2 people that stay together that just cheat on each other all the time. So there is no stability there. There is no, I want to say, real, true love there. What's the Hermit? What is the Hermit? I'm hearing that song. I don't know what's going to come out yet. But I'm hearing, is this, I don't know who, I'm not actually sure if this is Whitney Houston that sings this. But I'm hearing, finally, it's happening to me right in front of my face and I just cannot hide it. What's the Hermit? I see the 10 of Wands, the Magician and the Emperor. What's the Hermit though, Spirit? You show me. The 10 of Cups. Show me more. The 4 of Wands. One more. Because this can tell me two things still. So I need one more. Thank you, Spirit. What is the Hermit? Moving in silence. What's the Hermit? Oh, wait. What are we getting stuck on? Ten of Swords, the Star, and the Two of Wands. Okay, I just need one card. I see that someone's still in that if, but, maybe energy. But one more. That, ooh. Okay. Look what flew out. The Queen of Pentacles. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. The King of Pentacles. Now, like I said, it was kind of telling me two things here, okay? It's either I'm seeing somebody walking away from some sort of family dynamic. Right? King and Queen of Pentacles can talk about husband and wife. Or this is saying to me that this is where this Hermit energy is going. To emotional fulfillment. To happiness. This is a family life. This is a stable relationship. And so is the Four Wands. And then we have your energy. So I don't know if this is about somebody coming towards you. It doesn't have to be another Virgo. It could just be someone who has maybe been in hermit mode. But it looks good to me if somebody makes the right choice. So let us move on. What else does Virgo need to know? Let's see if there's anything you need to be aware of this week. Anything that my Virgos need to be aware of this week, Spirit? Just 6 cards. You have rumor has it. It says rumors are flying in your circle. Some gossip going on. What are we getting stuck on? All right, give me a message. What do they need to be aware of? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so you have public exposure. It says private matters could be exposed. And I always kind of see this card as spotlight is on someone. Yeah, all eyes on you. Show me more, though. So someone could be, or people could be speaking about someone who is in the spotlight or who is in the public eye. I'm hearing, let it be me. Is it me? You have supportive circle. It says you will encounter people who truly care and support you. Exactly. Did we not say that? What is rumor has it? It says shocking discovery. It says a shocking discovery is on the way. So I am seeing quiet contentment, and it says simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. I think I just saw 44 on the clock. I just saw 444. So some of you might want to Google that number and see if there's a message in it for you. Now I am seeing it coming in the reverse, but in the upright it says boundaries respected. It says the other person respects your personal space and boundaries, but it's in the reverse. So it looks like there's someone here who is not respecting someone's boundaries. I don't know if this is linked to this gossip, okay? People could be gossiping because someone is exposing something. But anyway, show me more. What's supportive circle? They're singing a certain song. I don't know if there is some sort of rumors going around about somebody sleeping with the same sex. I don't even know if I can sing that song on here. But there could be rumors about that. All right, give me one for supportive circle. You have attachment issues. It says issues of attachment, either excessively or fearful, it says may arise. Somebody's scared of like becoming too close to someone. Okay, it's almost like I can hear you got the potential to hurt me. What is supportive circle? You have karmic lessons. It says there are karmic lessons in relationships that need to be learned. Yeah, stop thinking that, you know, the past is going to repeat itself, that everybody is the same. Yeah, you got keeping tabs, but right behind it, you got safe place. Spirit, give me 3 cards for my Virgos when it comes to their finances. What do they need to know about that this week? What does Virgo need to know about their finances and career? Craft and projects. Give me 3 cards. Two more. And now I'm noticing that this first card is landing on the Temperance, and I feel like that's a good thing, especially if you have been experiencing ups and downs, okay? Again, maybe some sort of energy of needing to make a choice. Yeah, as I say that, you've got many choices at the bottom of the deck. So it needs for you to take a risk for some of you. But the cards that I'm seeing, the first one, like I said, it landed on Temperance. It says ups and downs. It says your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. See if there's hope. It says, but allow yourself to move on if needed. So Spirit is saying, you know what, there's nothing wrong with seeing or trying something out, but if you know, or you just get this feeling, nah, this isn't for me, or nah, I shouldn't be here, then do something about it. Don't ever see yourself in a space of feeling limited. But it says limitations. It says obstacles are not what they seem. It says you can get around them with some careful thought. It says, or simply choose something better for you. And then we have moving up. It says you are increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office. It says you climb the ladder of success. So let's see if we can get some advice with these finances cards to see what it is that maybe you need to do. So what is ups and downs? What advice can you give for ups and downs? So you have, yes, it says this is the real deal. It says your efforts bear fruit. And I'm noticing the harvest on it. But it's not really telling you what to do. Maybe it's to do with what I said then, you know, about you needing to make the right choice, following that gut feeling. What do you have for limitations? Or this is also giving me that energy of somebody going, like I said, back and forth with something. If you've been getting the signs to go ahead with something, go ahead. You see the harvest here. What do you have for limitations? Give me a clear message. Someone might like donuts, or someone might like to watch The Simpsons. Someone's name could be Homer, Bart. Okay, so the one flying on the table, it says yes. It says fitting all the pieces. It says fitting it all into place. It says coming together united. But I'm also seeing your dreams take flight. It says flutter around busy. And that would have sat with moving up. So someone has to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And it does say united. So just take what resonates. Now, Spirit, show me a few cards going forward. My Virgos. What does the energy look like for the end of the week? Or just what is the advice for this week? Whichever. What do we have for my Virgos? How do you want to end this reading? Three cards. Thank you. So the first one coming out, it says the Sacred Scroll. It says knowledge, ancient wisdom. You have the Winter Solstice. It says reflection, pause, and it says rebirth. What do we have for Virgo? What am I getting stuck on? The Celestial Gate. Opportunities, new horizon. But you have to be prepared to walk through that gate. You have to be prepared that even though you can't see what's on the other side, you trust and you have faith. That the Most High isn't going to lead you anywhere that you don't belong. So, yeah, I did say something about that. I don't know which card it is. One of these. It might have been that one. Where I said that he has lots of papers on the floor. I don't know if some of you are writers. I don't know if there's something you need to get back to. I don't know if some of you have been thinking about doing an autobiography. But I'm hearing tell your story. It says creativity, writing, and expression. So, let's get one of these. I'm definitely going to end it. Alright, just one of these to end this for my Virgo spirit. What was that? The Mountain, but I'm glad it didn't come out. You can overcome whatever these obstacles and blockages are. Thank you. And the Thorn comes out. Great. So anyway, it says Thorns, number 31 or 13. Okay, again, 13 does talk about the Death card. Another ending and new beginnings. But it says weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. So Virgos, that is what I've picked up here today, this week. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, stay safe. Love and light, Virgos.